The headbutt for self-defense, I guarantee you're probably doing it wrong. Here's the right way to do it, but let's go ahead and let's cover both ways because I want to make sure you're educated. Because I'm not saying the wrong way is something you would never ever do. It's just something you need to have in your arsenal. But there are ways to make it better, and that's what this video is all about. Make sure you guys stay to the end so you guys get to see both ways to do it. The wrong way, the right way, but even the wrong way could be the right way. Hang with me to find out why. What? Casey, come on out here real quick. We're going to go ahead and cover this headbutt move. You know, the headbutt is probably one of my favorite self-defense moves. It is probably one of the moves, though, that I see done incorrectly the most. And the reason being is people are just watching movies. And they're thinking, hey, listen, we can go ahead and do a headbutt, and this is how you do it, and it's the wrong way to do it. This is the right way to do it, but you know what? Like I said, I'm going to save that till actually the end of the video. Let's cover the way that I think everybody does the headbutt. And this is the way, is that if we go ahead and we're locked up somehow or something like that, people will do what I call the Van Damme Hollywood headbutt. They want to use their forehead, and they're going to strike this person, ideally in their forehead. And it's like two ram's button heads. I'm not sure about you guys. When we talk about self-defense, I want it to be unfair. I want to cheat because I want to either escape or I want to survive the altercation. In order to do that, we need to obviously work with kind of uneven kind of playing fields right here. And the way that I can cheat here is to use the strongest part of my head, which is actually the top of my head. All right. I want to make contact with his face, which is the weakest part of his head, obviously. But let's go back to that kind of Van Damme Hollywood style headbutt real quick, all right? Casey, I'm going to have you grab that pad here real quick. And when we go ahead and we do the headbutt right here, the wrong way that I see it being done is, once again, people are using their forehead right here, and they're making contact with the surface right here. So people will take the pad right here, and they're going to thrust their forehead right at the target. Now, I'll say a couple things about this. This is not the best way to do it, and that's why I want to make this video right here. But I also want to add a little caveat to it in saying, you know, would you ever do the wrong way to survive an altercation? And the answer is yes, but here's the better way to do it. What Casey's going to do is he's going to put the pad up right here. When we do the pad, all I'm going to do is I'm going to use the pad and I'm going to take it and I'm going to pull the person's face right into the top of my head. So if Casey takes the pad right here, he's going to take the pad and just put it right here just like this for me, okay, all right? And just put it up. And what I'm not doing is I'm not thrusting my forehead. I'm taking his face and I'm pulling it to the top of my head. Now, when we do this correctly, I'm grabbing the person's head and I'm pulling it down to the top of my head right here. This is the best way that we can use high leverage. And really all I mean by that is that I'm using Casey's face as the target, but for the striking surface, I'm using the top of my head. So we're not doing what I call the Van Damme Hollywood style headbutt, which is right here. I'm taking this person's face and I'm pulling it right to the top of my head right here. How it looks on a human face right here is I'm taking Casey's face and I'm pulling it right down to the top of my head. So even if you have somebody who weighs 100 pounds or 150 pounds, it's like a 100 or 150 pound necklace right around this person's neck right here, and I'm pulling this face right down to the top of my head right here. So these are the two ways. I want you guys to think, what do you think might be the most effective way to do it? But let's go back to something I said at the earlier part of the video right here. The wrong way, the right way, but even the wrong way could be the right way. Would I never do a headbutt using the forehead? Well, you know, if Casey takes the pad off right here, and let's say he bear hugs me, okay, all right? So he's bear hugging me right here. Could I use any part of my head to strike his face? Yes, even if it's not the top part. Obviously right here, if my hands are, you know, kind of pinned down to me right here, okay, I can't use the top of my head, but I could use another part of my head to strike his face or to strike the temple or something like this. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that would you never ever use any other part of your head than the top of your head? Well, once again, never say never. What I really wanted to do in this video is to make sure you guys understand there is a better way to do it. There's a smarter way to fight. We could use our forehead, and like I said, it's like two ram's button heads. I guarantee you, you're gonna feel it as well. But if we go ahead and we use, let's say, the top of our head up against his face, that is where we can use that unequal playing field right here.